Hi there, I'm Farizal from School of Technology Management and Logistics, and for today, I will introduce to you the technology of Arduino, which is being drafted by Associate Professor Dr. Jafni Ibrahim. So basically, what is Arduino? Arduino is actually an open source hardware and software company. They have provided a specific kind of a board that can be used to control different type of equipment. The boards are equipped with sets of digital and analog input and output pins, whereby you can connect this pin with the other type of sensors. Before we can start to use this Arduino technology, the first step that you must do is to download the Arduino IDE software. What you should do is that you should go to this website https www.arduino.cc/en/software, and then you can start to download the software to your computer. Once you have successfully downloaded the Arduino software and install it to your computer, you should be able to see this Arduino icon on your desktop. The next step is to open up the Arduino software, and the following window will pop up like this. The window pop-up for the Arduino software interface is being shown here, whereby you have several tabs, which is the file tabs, whereby you can save or print the program that you have done. And then if you go to the edit, you can edit the font size, for example, and so on. And then for the sketch itself, whereby you can upload the sketch. A sketch is actually a place whereby you can start to write off your programs. Okay, so in this software, in this window, you can start to write up your program to be uploaded to the Arduino board. The tool tab here shows us the one of the most important tab in this user interface, whereby in this case you can define which type of board that you are using. So if you put it to the board here, you can see that there are different type of board, either Arduino Uno, Arduino Nano, and for this tutorial, we'll be using the Arduino Mega or Mega 2560 board. So you need to select this board, okay, once you have connected the board to the system. Initially, the port tab under the tools tab here, the color is still gray. So basically, the port here, the port as being shown here, this is actually Arduino Uno board. Alright, so it might be a bit different from the Arduino Mega 2560. So once you have connected this port to the to your computer, the ports inside the program will be visible like this. So as you can see now, the port has a COM3. For my setup, I'm using a COM3. So you might have a different kind of a setup. So you need to select this COM. So in this case, select this COM. So when I've selected this COM, so I'm using a COM3 as the port that I've used to upload or download to upload the program that I have designed in this sketch. Alright, there are two parts in Arduino program. The first one, we call it as a void setup, which is this part, and the second part is the void loop section. The void setup begin with an open curly end and close with the closed curly. So you see this open and this is the close. So whatever program that you want to write, in the void setup must be in between this section. Alright. For the void setup, the program will be run once. The second section is the void loop. As for the void setup, the block begins with an open curly like this and ends with this closed curly. So whatever program that you are writing, you must put it inside this section or block. And for your information, in the void loop setup, the program will run repeatedly. So that makes the difference between the void setup block, which is this one, whereby the program runs once, and the void loop setup, whereby this block, whereby the program will run repeatedly. Before we can start with our Arduino project, I would like to introduce to you the breadboard. So basically, this is the white breadboard. Alright, the white breadboard is being used to ease your connection, your connection between the components to the Arduino. For your information, it is being divided into two sections. The first section is here, which is this one, and the second section is this one. For the first section here, the connection between these holes is in a vertical manner, like this. So it means that this hole is being connected to this hole, connected to this hole, and connected to this hole. But there is a gap here. As you can see, there is a gap. So this hole is not connected to this hole, so because there is a gap. The other one is the second section. The holes is being connected in this direction in a horizontal manner. So it means that this hole is being connected to here, connected to here, and connected to here, and so on. But there is no connection because there is a gap between these two sections here. So this hole is not connected to this one. The holes in this second section is not connected vertically. So it means that it is not connected in this manner. Vertically not connected. But it is connected in the horizontal manner for this section. So for this first section, just now, the holes are being connected vertically, this way, in this direction, but not connected in the horizontal way. So in this section, to horizontally, it is not connected for this first section. Alright, so this is the breadboard, and it will be used to assist you for the connection between your equipment to the Arduino board. Now, let's try and do our first Arduino program. So basically, the main purpose of this project is to light up the LED, the red color LED, which I will show you afterwards. And we need to use several equipment, which include the resistor of 330 ohms here, 330 ohms, together with the LED and also the Arduino board. The results from our first Arduino program will be the LED will be blinking as shown in this video. Basically, this is the first Arduino project. The component that we need is this 300 ohm resistor as shown here. And what you should do is that you need to put the 300 ohm resistor to the breadboard. So ensure that the leg is being put properly. The next equipment that we need is we need to have the LED. So as you can see here that the LED have two different length of leg. The longer one, okay, the longer one is the positive, and the shorter one is the negative for the LED. So we put the positive LED to the resistor, to the line of the resistor, and the negative to be just next to it. The next one is we need to do some kind of a connection between the LED negative leg to the ground connector on the Arduino board. So you see that I'm putting the ground connector of the Arduino board to the negative leg of the LED. Alright, so you should see the ground statement on that. And then the next step is that we need to put the input signal. So we put one end to the resistor, and another one is at the input number 3. When we have uploaded the program into the system, the LED will start to blink. Now, I'm going to teach you on your first Arduino program. The first step that you need to do is to open up the Arduino sketch program as shown in this video. The next step is we need to determine the types of Arduino board. So as usual, we need to go to the tools here, and then we must ensure that we have selected the right Arduino board. In this project, I'm using the Arduino Mega 2560. Okay, so if you are using different kind of Arduino, so you need to define them. For example, if you are using an Arduino Uno, then you need to select Arduino Uno, or Arduino Nano, then you need to select Arduino Nano. But for this project, for this video, I'm using this kind of Arduino board Mega 2560. The next step is that you must ensure that you have selected the right board. So in this case, I have connected the Arduino board to my COM3. So I have selected the COM3. To ensure that you have selected the right board, you can see at the far bottom right corner of this Arduino sketch, you will see that this is the Arduino Mega or Mega 250 board, the terms of the board, and then we are using the COM3. So what we should do for our first program, as I have told you before, in any Arduino program, there are two blocks, two parts. The first part is the void setup. The second part is the void loop. The first step in the programming of the Arduino is that we must define the output of the Arduino board. For this case, I'm using the output number 3 to become the output for the Arduino board. So what should I do is that I need to write down pin mode as I've shown you here. Alright, and then open up a space, and then I put number 3, okay, as the first output, and I define the number 3 is the output of this program output. Then close bracket, and then do not forget to put the semicolon. After having to put this one, now you have defined that pin number 3 is the output for the Arduino board. In the void loop section, we will put all the instruction on how the LED works. In this case, we want the LED to blink. So what we should do, the first, when we have defined the output 3 in the Arduino board, we need to define the program itself. The first thing that we need to put is digital write. Digital write is a command that informs that output number 3 here is high. Means that the output number 3 is giving a value of 1, which makes that the LED will start to turn on. So do not forget to put the semicolon, alright? The next line in the void loop programming is to put a delay of a 500 millisecond for the LED to lights on. So you put a delay of 500. The third row is to put the digital write again, okay, whereby in this case we want the L output number 3 to become low, which is the LED will be turned off. Okay, the LED will be turned off, okay, as you can see there, and then it should delay for another 500 milliseconds. Alright, so that's almost all on the programming. So if you can understand, the first one is the void setup, is to define which output that we want. In this case, we define output 3 as the pin number 3 is the output, and then here in the void loop we make the LED to light up for 500 milliseconds initially, and then turn off for 500 milliseconds, and then repeat that again until the end. So we have already finished up with the program. So what you need to do, of course, you need to save it first. Okay, you save it, and then after having to do this, we need to upload the system to the Arduino board. So what you need to do, you select this one, upload, the arrow here, and you put the upload. So the program will be uploaded inside the system as being shown here. So uploading and done uploading. See, it is already done uploading. So in this case, your system is already complete, and you will see that the board, the LED will be blink on for 500 milliseconds and then turn off for the 500 milliseconds. So that completes your first Arduino program in this project.